Welcome along here to English Park on this fresh Tuesday evening for our first Morrison Mitsubishi Reta Fitzpatrick Cup game. I'm Craig Crawford and I'll be commentating today. We've got our officials. We have referee Courtney Bremer, who's a well-experienced female referee around New Zealand football. She's assisted by Aidan van der Kon and Yinong Yang, or better known as Tate. We've got our in the two lineups.
So my name's Ben. I'm joining Craig tonight on the commentary. Lining up for Cashmere Technical tonight will be Holly Rose Munsey, who's playing her debut tonight. Devon Smith, Michaela Hunt, Lisa Evans, Jess Dyer, Ava Herrick, Sophie Hartshaw, Lee Alexander, Rosie Heyman, Kyra Nell and Charlotte Mortlock are starting. On the bench they've got Lara Wall, Lily Fisher, Nicola Dominkovic, Claudia Wilson and Isabel Stewart. And the head coach for Cashmere Technical will be Shane Verma, assistant coach of Duncan Reid and another assistant coach of Lucy Dawson.
And the young Selwyn lineup coming in, we have goalkeeper Megan Rutter, Shannon Roydhouse, Melanie Hinton, Alicia King, Eleanor Koshall, she's captain for the night, Lee Bowie, Georgia Hemsley, Emily Andrew, Maggie McLean, Amelia Atkinson, Melissa Roberts. On the bench for Selwyn, we've got Lucia Elliott, Olivia Dyer, Olivia Churnside, and Liz Broughton. Head coach there is Vince Binding, assisted by Mark King, Kevin Hawley, and they've also got Scott Hoare, the under-16 coach, coming to assist tonight, and wanted a special shout out to their nutritionist, Oliver Fussy. It's a unique thing, isn't it, having a nutritionist in the side?
Yeah, you don't see it around a lot these days, but
apparently doing a bit of a thesis or something and really helping the girls out. But we're underway here at English Park. Kick-off taken by the Premier League side, Cashmere Technical. Runners-up last year in the Reta Fitzpatrick Cup, losing out to Coastal Spirit, their seasonal foes. But the press is going on nicely here from the Selwyn girls who reside in the Canterbury Women's Championship League. And I'm sure they'll be full of running and optimism, as any cup games are always dangerous games. And you know, as an underdog, that's where you want to be sometimes in cup football, wouldn't you say, Ben?
yeah, I'd say definitely when you're underdog, I guess it takes the pressure off you, doesn't it? So I guess you can play with that freedom of knowing that there's no pressure on you, and sometimes it gets the best out of players.
Yep, nothing to lose, so they'll be just all looking to make a name for themselves, these girls from Selwyn. But it's all Cashmere Technical at this stage. Number 14 there, strong play from Jess Dyer. Looks to be playing in a high role as we just try to familiarise ourselves with the lineup. But it's a fresh night. It's about 7 degrees out there. No, not much breeze to speak of. Albie's done a great job with the pitch, wouldn't you say?
He treats it like his own out there. It really is spick and span. But yeah, like you say, fresh night tonight. A lot of woolly hats in the crowd.
Here's a first sort of forward play from Selwyn. Shannon Roydhouse there, sitting in the centre, trying to expose that back line of the girls in yellow. Good attempt at a little 1-2 down the line there. Lisa Evans out here on the right, trying to capitalise and link up with Michaela Hunt, the captain. And here's Michaela Hunt on the ball again, and it's unfortunately didn't go the way that Jess Dyer wanted it. She might have been looking to square that up for her teammates. We've got Megan Reta in goal. Gets us back underway. Hunt into Mortlock. Evans. Well, the referee just letting that one go. It was a bit of an ask. Lee Alexander there, just a very experienced campaigner. She's been playing a lot of football and over 150 caps of football, I'd say. She's been around for a long time. Recently back from Aussie. Played for a few clubs. I remember her playing for Western and Halls United a number of years ago. Adds a bit of experience to the side. And the searching ball into that 6-yard line. Cleared relatively well. Driven in. The defence is able to keep that one out for the moment. And as Devon Smith there was able to gather the ball back and win a throw-in. There's plenty of experience in this Cashmere technical side. And it's Lottie Morlock makes a forward run, but unable to keep it. Bit of composure in there from Lee Bowie. It's Alicia King down the right-hand side, getting the ball forward, getting a bit of territory here for the Selwyn girls. But this has created a bit of space to work on. It's a great through ball as Lottie Mortlock gets out. The keepers come out too. Great play from the keeper.
Yeah, I think as a defence, you're very happy to see a goalie come out and be confident like that at the start of a game, especially first 5 minutes in. Really fills you with confidence.
Well, I think, Selwyn are going to have to watch themselves here as they try to push forward and get in the game as early as they can. They're going to expose themselves with a bit of space, and I'm sure the Cashmere Technical Girls will like to exploit that. So, the keeper's going to have to be right on a game, provide that bit of cover, and Megan Reta did her job that time round. Searching ball forward there from Lucia Elliott in 3. I'm not sure if that is Lucia Elliott number 3 actually, but might have to get that. She wasn't part of the starting lineup, but she's definitely got number 3 on her back. It's Selwyn got might be playing with a good back 4, probably a 4-4-1-1 sort of formation at this stage. No doubt they'd like to stay in the game as long as they can with the scoreline as it is.
Yeah, I think just look to make sure there's no gaps between defensive block and the midfield block, and just try and see if you can stay in the game as long as possible, like you say, and then sort of head on the counter like this.
These are the opportunities and the counters, as you said, they'll be looking to make a better charge of. And here come Cashmere Technical, but the cover's there. Alexander there trying to find a forward run from one of her teammates. They are finding the space in between the midfield block, and it just seems to be the touches aren't quite tight enough at the moment from Cashmere Technical to exploit that. Yeah,
I think just to be patient for Cashmere Tech is probably the key tonight to their success. I think just be happy with having the ball and trying to move to create spaces in between the Selwyn lines like we were talking about.
We'll go out here on the left. We've seen number 10, Olivia Dyer, create a couple of opportunities when she's got on the ball. Obviously like to have done better, but at least she's nearly creating something, and they'll be taking something out of that. But here's Lottie Charlotte Morlock, better known as Lottie. Played a bit of Pride youth team. Moved the ball. It's Lisa Evans. Here's Lottie Morlock. She's going to get a shot on target. Keeper's got behind her, but she spilled it out. And it's some tenacious attacking plays. Managed to get the ball back. This is a dangerous run here from Mortlock. Sensibly pulls up, returns it back to Devon Smith, who skips inside and she'll be looking to get the ball in. She does. Can't get it across. It has gone across to the top edge of the 18-yard line and secured back into position by Ava Herrick. But there's a big don't argue clearance, and the Selwyn girls will reform, try to settle things down. Smith back into Alexander. Alexander done very well there to get the ball back into Smith. Nice little 1-2, but they're going to change the point of attack here through Mortlock. Square ball goes in. Bit of a desperate spot in there from Heyman, the young Cashmere High School student. Well, both these sides have been coming off some good victories of late. The WPL side had a good victory over Nomads last weekend, 5-0, and it was unfortunately Selwyn's game got interrupted by COVID last weekend, but a couple of weeks ago they got themselves a 5-0 victory over the Christchurch United White team. Both teams sitting second in their respective tables. Just the one loss for each of these teams. And sitting, so I was talking to Coach Vince Binding earlier on today, and he's more than happy with the way these girls have turned up this season. Most of them have been around for a couple of years together. There's some nice play up top from Selwyn. It was a good turn, but they've showed some composure and retained the ball. But the through balls are no threat at all, and it finds its way out. And of course, Ben, the big game for this weekend with Coastal Spirit and Cashmere Technical.
Yeah, a lot are actually calling it the title decider, they reckon, which is quite an early statement. But I think, there's no doubt it's a massive game, and both sides will be absolutely fizzing for it.
I think that sort of fixture may have affected the selections here for the coaching staff. Shane Verma probably got a wee bit of mind on Saturday's game.
Yeah, I think definitely he'll be thinking about that a lot. But obviously, Selwyn's still a great side, and you got to make sure that they get into the next round, because I'm sure Shane Verma is a renowned winner, and he wants to win all the competitions that his team enters into. So I'm sure they'll be having one eye on Saturday, but making sure they can get the job done tonight.
Certainly would be worthwhile heading down to Garrick Memorial Park this weekend. Catch that game. I think it's 12:30, but check your local listings and see what's going on. It was a very tight game last time.
The kickoff will be 12 o'clock on Saturday.
Yep. And Selwyn just able to progress down the line here. There's a scattering of fans. They're all, as you said, rugged up, beanies on, maybe some hot water bottles.
Certainly a lot braver than me being outside in this, but...
You've only got your shorts on, man. It's ridiculous. And Mortlock just looking to reassure things in the midfield there. Michaela Hunt dropping in at the moment, provide a bit of cover. Nice ball forward from Nell. Let's go to Smith. Smith releasing Evans there, but the cover defence was strong. Mortlock back to Smith. Smith getting her head up. Come out back through the back through Alexander. She goes back again. Hart short. Playing it forward in an overlapping run, but that ball has reached her. She's done very well to keep possession in there. And there's a bit of composure. She's looking around for the next ball in, and there it is. Square ball into Mortlock. Nice composure shown here by Cashmere Technical. They recycle the ball back to Captain Hunt. She gets her head up, puts it into some dangerous areas. The keeper come out and claim that one. It was a nice late run in there from Herrick, I think it was. It just wasn't time to take advantage of that ball from Hunt. Well, here we go. Mortlock just dancing past a couple, fortunately. Drives into the box. Well covered at the moment. And it looks like we might have our first corner of the game. And of course, Selwyn will be getting used to having an artificial pitch out their way.
Yeah. Yep, looks beautiful out there, the new turf. I don't know if they really needed it with how good their pitches are out there. But no, I'm sure they'll take it, and it's honestly a really good facility out there, especially now with the sports centre as well as the turf. So.
Yep, Foster Park is a dream come true for the Rolleston and Selwyn area. It definitely plays a lot of. You can imagine the game will change out there in Selwyn, but here's a great advancing run. The through ball just not able to be caught up with by the forwardmost player there for Cashmere Technical, and it's well cleared by the defence of Selwyn United. Alexander giving the ball away and getting it back again. Hunt playing quite a deep role in this lineup so far, just a sort of deep midfielder. Smith driving it forward into the path of Lisa Evans. She cuts back. Tidy position in there. It's Alexander back out to Hunt. Got plenty of room to decide what she's doing. She can put it right in the middle into the mixer. But it drifts over the head of everybody. And we'll start again from the back. But Selwyn, I think, are going to have to come up with a bit of a game plan here to try to get themselves into retaining the ball a bit more as they move through the lines. And otherwise, they're just going to keep on inviting Cashmere Technical back onto them.
Yeah, and I think with Cashmere's quality going forward, we're seeing it in the first 15 minutes that I guess if that game plan doesn't come in for Selwyn, it looks to be like it could open up for Cash Tech, and like I say, with their quality going forward, I'm sure they'll be. Well,
defensing, your defensive effort is a tiring one. You know, if you keep having to defend, trying to get the ball forward and failing to do so can be a fatiguing issue. You can only do it for so long. Bit of a knock over there. Ball cannoned into, I think that's Ava Herrick out there. Should be a bit uncomfortable with that one. Well, we're with the tonight. You're more than welcome to, if you're onto our Facebook page, you'll see you've got the opportunity to check into our Facebook page, which is called Cup Comments, and it's a Facebook group where you guys can jot in some comments, and we can hear your thoughts on the game. We'd be more than pleased to hear them. If you're out there taking this game in from your comfy lounge, with hopefully the heater on, maybe a cup of Milo or something, let us know what you're thinking. It's on Cup Comments on Facebook. Join in the chat and let us know what you think. But we're underway again. As Selwyn try to get the ball forward. Tidy play at the moment. Launched forward. We'll see what they can create here. It's Roydhouse up the top there. She'll run all day. A Lincoln High School student of past. She spent a few years down in Otago Uni. And she's back playing her first season at Selwyn for a few years after her university studies had finished. But it's Lee Alexander trying to put the ball through for the overlap and run. Didn't quite get past the Selwyn defence. And Roydhouse, unfortunately, playing the through, but Eleanor Koshall had found herself in an offside position, so left it alone. Hunt gets the ball out to Evans. Luckily back into Mortlock, who dresses. She's going to try to find Evans on a forward run. Good defending in there from Elliott. Ball's back with Smith, back to Alexander. She looks forward. And it's Mortlock who's going to try to get a shot on target. She's looked dangerous so far, Ben.
Yeah, I think just her quick feet seems to be what's getting her the chances or creating the chances for the team. So I think
busy player. She's finding herself in all areas of the park. A young youth pride player, plenty of experience, and
yep, I'm sure Gunny will be tuning in to see how she performs. I'm sure she'll be pleased with how she's going at the moment.
Well, this could be an opportunity here. The ball just doesn't quite fall for the Cashmere technical side as it threatening ball into the 6-yard line. Neil out to Hartshaw. Nice little 1-2, releasing the play down the left-hand side. The defence has slowed that movement up. Some good ball retention in here. Patient work from Cashmere Technical so far. Alexander out to Hunt. But she can't link up with the players ahead of her. Well, Alexander's rotated into that defensive position. Smith tries to feed the ball through to Evans, but not quite enough on it. Devon Smith, I understand, is coming up to about 100 games for Cashmere Technical. That's a mean feat in a domestic sort of area where she's. I don't think she's featured for the Pride ever. But it's a great ball in, and surely pinpoint cross into the middle of the goal. The keeper could not reach that one. But it looked to be goal scored by Sophie Hartshaw. And just trying to see who delivered the ball. It was absolutely pinpoint, wasn't it, Ben?
Yeah, I think it was Charlotte Mortlock who delivered the ball from out wide. Absolutely great area to put the ball in, and striker's dream, that sort of goal, I think.
Well, there was two in there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
By the looks of it. Really might have had to play paper, scissors, rock for that one. But pretty sure, Sophie Hartshaw got on the end of that one, and really, you shouldn't miss from there, and she didn't. So we've got a 21st minute goal opener here. There might have been a bit of an injury, but she seemed to have walked that one off at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's massive for Cashmere Technical as well for the rest of the game now. I think it just settles the nerves, doesn't it? When you're favourite, I guess sometimes you can sort of struggle to be favourite, and I guess an early goal like that sort of calms the nerves and just lets everyone play their game.
It certainly will be an easy breath over there with Shane Verma and his coaching staff to see that goal go in. And as you say, Ben, it's sometimes easier said than done to score against a side that you maybe consider yourself better than, as a group. But it's all sorts of luck and stuff can can throw itself up in a cup game. That's for sure. So it'll be interesting to see how this might change things for Selwyn. See if they've got a plan B that they can put into action here.
Yeah, I think if you were the coach, Craig, what would you be saying to your players now if you were the Selwyn coach?
Well, yeah, I've been in this position where we've been a unfancied side against, I was coaching Horsell United last year, and we came against the might of Coastal Spirit in their group play, and we really tried to give it to them early on, but we did go behind. But I think it's stick to your game plan a wee bit and just sort of show some belief, in each other and in what you're doing. Ultimately, the reality of the situation is you've got a team from the Canterbury Women's Championship League here playing a Premier League side, and then there can be a bit of you can see the Selwyn girls just struggling with the pace of it a bit. The ball speed and stuff is gonna catch them out, which they don't get to see week in, week out. But it's a great learning opportunity out there for Selwyn girls,
yep.
And they can get a real gauge of where they want to be.
Yep, completely agree. I think just stay in the game as long as you can, and then.
Great shot in there. Tidy volley. It was Mortlock who put it in again.
Is that Michaela Hunt? I think it's scored that goal.
It does. I think you might be right. It's hard to tell sometimes out there with the when you can't see the numbers. But as she returns into her centre back role, it was Michaela Hunt, captain there. Season campaigner, scores regularly, or threatens to score regularly, always amongst the stuff for the Pride in the National League. And as captain, what a great way to stand up and lead by example. But Mortlock again, being the danger player, every time she gets the ball, she's got the energy. Nice play in there from Evans. Fortunately, there's nothing forward. Dyer had come across. Selwyn back in position. So they just want to try to keep it a bit here. And it's a good ball in behind the... Oh, we'll have assistant linesman saw an offside movement there. Look at all that space in the midfield. But well done by Roadhouse. She's come back in and secured position for her side. But Dyer's not able to keep it. And we're back in with Evans. Hunt will be disappointed with that. That one could have been a great through ball if it had bit the defender. But Mortlock again able to turn in there. Selwyn have really got to try to stop Mortlock if they're going to limit the amount of opportunities Cashmere Technical been able to find. That might have been a good example there of the pace of the game, that foul there. Nice turn, but the challenge was very late. And the ball's in with Alexander. She's got time to look up. But she's was a bit, just about put her side under a bit of pressure there. But it looks like they might have been able to turn it into something, bit of forward movement. She's gone for the long ball out to Evans. Good control. 1-2, but the defence is strong enough to get the ball back out. Alexander, she's got everybody but most people in front of her. She's gone back to Hunt. Mortlock comes, pivots, runs at the defence. Trying to get it on her right side, which I think might be her favoured foot. And things are dealt with there by the Selwyn defence. What do you make of this new kickoff or the restart rule from the goal kick, Ben? You know, with the be able to play it in the box, you don't have the goalkeeper not having to clear it outside the area.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one. I think it gives coaches another option in terms of playing out. But yeah,
is this the second season of it, isn't it? I think at local level.
Yeah, I think it is the second
season. So everyone's getting to find out how to use it properly. I think it's
exactly. I think it took a bit of time, but I think it's a good addition to the game. To be honest,
yeah,
I think
it certainly does.
It encourages to play out the back, which is always beautiful to watch from the sideline. So
yeah, if you know how to use it, it definitely is a good thing for the game. It gets it going nice and gets the ball back into feet. So teams are able to play it forward. Oh, a loose pass in there from Smith, but all cleaned up by Mortlock. Smith on the ball. She's got plenty of room to look up and look forward. Evans has made the run down the right-hand side. Well challenged in there, though. Be good to see Cashmere Technical maybe looking for a couple more options for the player on the ball there. The players have got a lot of opportunities here, but what options do they have? They've got maybe one, just unable to have a second option in there. There's a dangerous clearance in there. Evans plays the ball back into Heyman. Heyman just drifting out to the left-hand side, has a wee look at beating her player, but could be a good cross in here, can't get past the first player. Alexander. And here they are into this near corner, but unfortunately Smith's not able to get the ball under control. But you know what I mean, Ben, the Cashmere runs, there's always one option. But I think they've got to try to create themselves a couple of options if they're going to break this defence down more. Yeah,
I think it's just movement off the ball from the attackers. I think Shane will be very happy to see that looks like the right wing is tucking in and Smith is able to bomb forward, which is forcing the Selwyn left winger to have to track it back, which is probably what Shane wants, and sort of forcing Selwyn to sit deeper, which is creating a lot more time on the ball for their fullbacks when they're getting onto it, and their central midfielder Alexander just holding a line. So if they can create some more movement, they're going to open themselves up more gaps and really create themselves a lot more opportunities. As Selwyn, the ball made its way through, but no runner. Might be a feature of the half-time speech for Shane Verma. Other thing in these lopsided games, sometimes it can mean that individuals, the team aspect of the game can go out the window a wee bit at times. So, but definitely want to be able to play together as a team, especially if they're looking forward to the weekend's game. Yeah, and I think 2-0 is a very dangerous scoreline, isn't it? I think the next goal is crucial in this game in terms of...
It's Evans putting Mortlock into this right-hand side. She's shown the quality of her cross a couple of times already, but it's rebounded off and we'll start with a corner.
Yeah, like I was saying, I think if Selwyn score the next goal, then it's game on, isn't it? So I think Shane and Cash Tech will be very, very keen to get that third goal before half-time if they can.
And this is an opportunity here, Mortlock on the corner. There's a short run. Back to Evans, back to Mortlock. She's going to drive into the box with her left foot. A great ball in. There's some people waiting for it. But the defence is there. All this hands up in the air, but the referee's not seen it. Mortlock's danced around and it'll be a nicely clipped in ball. Keeper's done well to handle that one, Megan Reta. Made the mistake earlier of dropping one and saw the on-rushing Cashmere technical attackers, but she's grabbed hold of that one well. And Roydhouse doing well to get the ball. Unfortunately, unable to secure the position though. It'll be Smith into Alexander. Mortlock. Back out to Nell. Great ball in, and here's a great forward run here. I think it's from Dyer. Dyer setting it up for Hartshaw, but Hartshaw wasn't able to retain their position there. That's the wee moments that I think Cashmere Technical, if they can get those right, Selwyn are in trouble. It's those forward runs, they get in their first couple of passes in this deeper midfield area, but the defence is pretty well organised out there from Selwyn United.
Yeah, they look very compact and organised. I think well coached is how I'd put it, the Selwyn defence at the moment. I think Cash Tech just got to look at their quality and try break them down.
And well intercepted there from the defensive unit. And it's a good forward run here. Doesn't seem to be a lot of conviction. I think Roydhouse might have thought she was offside, made that run a wee bit early, but a wee promising move there from Selwyn. Alexander and Hunt just able to interchange the ball there. And it's Hunt's made a forward run after playing the ball into Mortlock. Mortlock's had a drive at it. It's fallen out well here to Smith. Smith's cutting it back across the 6-yard box and it's found its way in. I think that was Evans who put the ball goalward. It might have hit the retreating defender who attempted a clearance. Not sure if we can give that one an own goal or not, but it was heading goalward anyway. Might have been a unfortunate bit of cover defending who gave it a good go at clearing it. And we have the third goal for Cashmere Technical.
Yeah, unsure whether that was whether you class that as an own goal or not, but I think that really just highlights Devon Smith and how good she's been so far, just getting high and wide and then putting an absolute great ball across the box and there to be finished, and it was.
It's that width they've been able to use down this right. All goals coming from this right-hand attack so far, Ben. And really, Devon Smith from right back has been a big contributor to that. And it's Hunt who looks up, gets the ball into Evans, back to Hunt. As Smith gets wide out here, is stretching that defence, but the ball's made it to her and she's got a room to get her head up. Alexander getting enough on it. Evans trying to retain position, and they have. Alexander moves the ball onto Mortlock, who's moved into that deeper role. She switches it out. I'm going to try this left-hand side. It's Mortlock's got a forward heart short, gets a head up. It's well challenged at this stage. Good composure, taking their time, making sure the next move's the right move. And Hunt's been allowed to run forward in there. Smith getting it out to Mortlock, and there's this deadly cross. Another great ball into that area. Right on the 6-yard box. Invited the keeper and the central defender to go for it, and it was the central defender who was able to effect a good clearance.
I think one thing we've got to give credit to for Selwyn is they're not making it easy for Cash Tech. The defence has been very solid and gritty and really digging in for each other, and it's really showing out there.
Yep, good to see they're not making it easy for this Cashmere Technical side. And referee Bremner spotted something in the air, might have fallen on a hand maybe. Then we'll restart here from Megan Reta. It's her first game as well. Both these keepers playing in their first game for their sides this year. Megan Reta and Georgia Hemsley, number 9, both hailing from coming from mid-Canterbury. They had a Sunday League side last year, but that was it's fallen by the wayside this year, so they've made the journey up State Highway 1 and joined the Selwyn crew. Evans trying to release Mortlock, the cover defence there. I'm going to have to suggest that these numbers are all up the whop for the Selwyn United at the moment. There's no way that's Alicia King in number 6 playing central defender. So we could have been calling out the wrong names the whole time, I think. But anyway, we'll do our best up here with the information we've got. And it could be a first touch for Holly Rose Munsley in this 39th minute. That midfield is big, and Mortlock's moved herself into it. Moved the ball out to Dyer. Dyer's trying to thread the ball through, but unable to find a player advancing down that left-hand side. And Selwyn, what can they do with this position? It's a good ball forward here. That, I'm sure, is Alicia King on the ball now. She's got Shannon Roydhouse in the middle, but that ball does not find her. And Hunt looks forward. They'll be looking to take advantage of the Selwyn side that's spread out here after a bit of possession. Heyman there, just young player from Cashmere High Schools, providing a good resource underneath. Number 15, Herrick. But it's Evans who's made a forward run and a great ball through, but can't find. And it's good defensive cover work there from the Selwyn United players. Again, not making it easy for those closing those holes in their defensive unit. Good cover all the time. But now they've got another corner from Lottie Mortlock to deal with.
Yeah, they've looked very dangerous from these set pieces from the side, haven't they, Cash Tech? So it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. 2
arms up. That's a short one. Back to Evans. Unable to keep the ball. Unfortunately trying to look at a nice little 3-person play there with involving Alexander, but didn't come off.
From the training ground?
Possibly. And it's Evans back into Smith, but the pressure's good in there from number 10, Olivia Dyer, if that's correct, I'm not sure. And the foul there on Heyman, spotted by referee Bremner. In a very dangerous spot here. Who have we got on the ball? I thought Hunt might have liked it from this range. I've seen her put in a couple from, and while wearing the Pride colours, she likes to get on the ball there. But it's our corner taker, Lottie Mortlock. She's been involved in everything so far.
You don't mind that from a youngster saying, "Don't worry, captain, I'll take this one."
3-person wall, waiting for this delivery.
Oh, great hit.
Great hit. She went for the crossbar challenge there. Bit too hot to handle from keeper Rutler. And unfortunately for her, it either went in off her hands or the following attacker was able to scoop it in.
Yeah, I think it looked like a real poacher's goal there after the keeper's fumble.
No one really celebrating it. I think Mortlock's going to claim it. And there's a bit of desperate attacking there. Really might show a bit of the mindset that's going to be the challenging part of this game for Selwyn United. But really they just want to stay amongst it a bit longer. And here they go with a bit of pressure. See what they can force that error from the Cashmere United back three. And it's Hunt now. Ball's into Mortlock. You know what she'll do. She's got the time to turn and don't need to ask her twice. She's going to take that ball forward. She's found Smith. Smith's going to drive into the box here, but well defended so far. Clearance is good enough at the moment and allowing the Selwyn United girls to get back behind the ball, all but one behind the ball at this stage, so the defensive shape remains. Hunt choosing to use Alexander as they move the ball out to the left-hand side. Dyer spins. Well defended by Selwyn United. And here they see if they can string a few passes together. It's a searching ball forward, but the defence is strong enough. What a touch from Mortlock. Gets a head up. And again, the runs are a wee bit too early from Cashmere Technical. Here they come again. So if that run was just a bit later from the wide player there from Cashmere United, leaves the space for the Mortlock ball to go through, but they must be hungry for goals.
Yeah, I think the big thing there as well is there was three players up front and they all looked to get in behind and no one sort of looked to get it to feet. So I guess it's just trying to work out, you know, who's going in behind and who's coming to feet, and just making sure, like you say, there's more than one option going forward for them.
Great work in there from Evans as she drives forward. The cover defence is good. Oh, a gallant effort there to try to keep it in, unfortunately unable. And the throw isn't strong enough. Heyman driving forward. Surely she's collected, yes. So we've got a similar spot here from the last Mortlock free kick, which led to the fourth goal.
I think in the last 10-15 minutes we've sort of seen Cashmere sort of lift the tempo a bit, haven't we? Sort of up the gears, as they say in football.
And Hunt's got herself over the ball this time. So I think she fancies herself to maybe add to her tally. We're in the dying stages of this first half. And it's Mortlock trying to connect with Hunt, but well read by the Selwyn defence.
Would have thought after scoring the last one, I'd be saying I'll have another shot, thank you.
Yeah, but interesting. You know what worked one time. They've decided to go for something different. Alexander, safe as houses in there. Don't think she's missed a pass yet this half. Unlucky there from Heyman. She's collected the ball well, and it could be a good forward run here from Ryota. Oh, that flag's gone up, and the touch is unfortunate. A late flag, but that's the way of the offside flag these days. It tends to go up a bit later. And there we have the whistle for half time. We've got a 4-0 scoreline to the Women's Premier League side Cashmere Technical over Selwyn United from the Canterbury Women's Champions League. It's been all one-way traffic at the moment in this first half. 4-0. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half. Well, welcome back here to English Park. We're perched up here in the Steve Sumner Lounge. Nice and warm up here, Ben.
It is.
Where it looks like the Cashmere Technical employing some efforts to get warm. Well, the two coaching stars might have had a bit of a different message for their sides from each other. So the Cashmere Technical girls will be able to reset their expectations for the half.
Yeah, I think they'll be pretty happy with how the first half went. Obviously, the scoreboard's looking good on their side. I think a lot of young players, I think, for the second half, just go out and express yourself and have fun.
Yeah, well, they'll be looking to, as we said earlier, they've got their big game against Coastal Spirit at Garrick Park on the weekend. So their bench, which is full of a few Pride representatives in there, they may look to give a couple a run just to get their minutes up and make sure that they're good for the weekend, but we'll see. Now, the Selwyn United girls, they'll look to keep that tight defensive formation and probably try to limit any further damage.
Yeah, I think first half they showed a lot of fight, and I think Coach Vince will just be saying, look, let's just show fight and make sure that whatever happens, we're giving 110% the whole time, and get a couple of goals, and who knows what can happen. Yeah,
as we said right from the get-go, they've got nothing to lose, everything to learn, haven't they? And they can look at these players that they're up against and know that they're some seasoned players. It looks like there has been a change. I think you see Lily Fisher out there and coming to the central defensive areas for Cashmere Technical, a Pride futsal player. And it's a first attacking movement into the box here for Cashmere Technical, trying to release in Jess Dyer, but she's unable to catch up with it. Let's have a look and see if we can see any other changes. Well dispossessed in there from Isabel Stewart, a new player who's on in the central midfield for Cashmere Technical. So it does look like Shane Verma has employed made a few changes during the break. And I'm afraid I don't think we can tell if there's any changes in the Selwyn lineup. The numbers we've got don't correspond with the players out there. So we'll do our best on players we recognise. More likened to Dyer unable to connect with the passing, but here's Selwyn, ball through the centre midfielders, great ball forward to Alicia King. She gets her head up and drives into the box. Could be a good shot on here, and it is goalward. Oh, the saves first class here from Munsley. Great forward run from King. A good touch forward. That ball was definitely headed inside the upright for the first shot on target there for Selwyn United. Great start to the half.
Yeah, I think Holly Rose has done very well as well. Quiet first half, sometimes as a goalie, especially on a night like this, she can get very cold, and she's done well to get down low to her right and palm that off for a corner.
Nice play. It came through the midfield there from Selwyn United. Able to spread and find Alicia King, who showed a bit of promise in the first half, but unable to get anything, but they'll be more than pleased with that one. A great ball in here, right into the 6-yard box. Initially dealt with, and it's sent back in, but unfortunately not into the box. Searching ball for the player, ghosting up there, but unfortunately none of the Cashmere Technical girls stayed with her. And offside flag goes up.
Worth a go from there, I think.
Yeah, Roydhouse playing a good high line, and unfortunately for her, the defence had pushed out.
I think she just wanted to test whether the refs were awake in the second half.
Yes.
Which was good to see they are.
Here comes Cashmere Technical looking to launch down there, right hand side now. And it's looks as that Evans out there again, trying to. They're favoured right side for Cashmere Technical. A great ball in this, bounces away, unfortunately eludes all players. But a great run back. That's Evans out here, or Hartshaw, sorry. Evans there trying to pivot and get a forward movement on. Mortlock. Once she turns, she really just takes off and really eludes the Selwyn United cover defence. A little bit sloppy in there, but King took advantage of getting the foot in, but it's gone back to Fisher, who makes a forward run. This is off to Mortlock, back into Hunt. Hunt looks forward, able to find Mortlock again with that quick turn, and it's a great ball through for Dyer, who's able to get it back under control. Heyman tries to bundle away through, but again the defence is strong enough to repel that. And a searching ball for King again, who's got herself one-on-one. She's got plenty of wheels if she can find the space, but the defence is strong enough there from Nell. She looks like she's moved from the central defence area out wide into the left. King's found herself into space. She's going to be in a race for the sideline with the sideline here, and the sideline wins. A great effort there from, I think it's Hemsley, who's tried to release King on this right hand side. Another new player, Stewart, out there. She's on a bit of a comeback trail. She had a season out with a knee injury, but she's back trying to make a name for herself. And it was Hartshaw there trying to get the ball out to Evans. And she's back on the ball again, Evans, driving in, asking questions of the defender. A good effort in the turn there. Throw awkwardly bouncing in there and just got rid of from Selwyn. Interesting few moments in here as both sides look to start this half. Well, and but a delayed play in there from Heyman. Works hard for the ball in the middle there. Good contest between the two players. Number 17 there, not even on the score sheet, so not sure who that might have been. Ball's back into Fisher, quickly in and out of her feet to Stewart. Stewart at a Hunt as they move the ball from left to right across the pitch here. And a well-weighted ball into the far right-hand corner. And across, can't beat the front defender. King's going to take off, but the ball's not good enough to get there. Hunt back into Fisher. Fisher, first season here at Cashmere Technical, played at Waimak United last year. Nice ball from Evans, finding Heyman. Heyman sizes up, cuts back on her right, gets a head up. The cover defence is strong. And it's Dyer who squeezed it across, and unfortunately there, the attempted clearance from maybe Lucia Elliott. Somehow I don't think that is her, but wearing the number 3 jersey. But good determined work there from Dyer, who chased down the spinning ball, squared it in, and unfortunately for the defender, put it towards her own goal.
Yeah, I think the pleasing thing to see from Cashmere's point of view there is that Jess Dyer was, willing to go, and she could have easily just let that go out for a corner, but she's taken it on and got there first in front of the keeper and managed to get the goal for the side, which is
Just the start that Shane Verma would have wanted.
Exactly.
Here they come again. Evans is a big searching ball, and it's Dyer who's putting a great effort in. Maybe a bit of contact there, but the referee's happy with that. Oh, unfortunate bit of passing there from Selwyn United. They've been able to scramble the ball back again. But the tech press is strong as well. Mortlock puts it out wide to probably Devon Smith out there, I think. Not sure if it is Smith out there anymore. It might be Claudia Wilson. I think it might be number 13. We'll start with Cashmere technical throw. They go back. An unfortunate touch, but well chased down. And Selwyn just resorting to getting it out and getting their shape back. That's what they must do, isn't it, Ben, for this remaining minutes of the game. We've got 35 minutes to go. They're going to have to be very strong and back each other up here.
Yeah, and I think just try sit deep and hit on the counter and see if they can get some rewards for themselves in the game. I think a pleasing thing is to see that Cashmere Technical, even though 4 or 5 up now, still looking to get forward and attack and get on the front foot, which is nice.
Yeah, I don't think the changes are interesting ones. They're putting people into key places. They haven't just replaced in areas where usual spots of the right wingers and stuff. They've kept them out there. I think Mr. Verma might be looking to get people match fit and ready so he can have some selection issues leading into the weekend's game. So it's a real good opportunity for these players in the Cashmere Technical jumpers to stake their claim. They'll want to be part of that big fixture on the weekend, and this is a place where they get to put their hand up. Ball's back into Hunt. Plenty of time. Great pass into Dyer, who's able to pivot, and can she find a great pass through, and it surely is the 6th goal. I think that is, I'm trying to see a number there. I think it might be number 6, Lisa Evans, picking up possibly her 2nd goal for the day.
Classy turn from Jess Dyer. I think she sort of made that goal herself, didn't she, really?
Yeah, well, it was a tidy pass in. She came to meet it, gave herself that yard or two space to be able to pivot, and a great supporting run through.
Yeah, on the turn and a weak-footed through ball as well, which is definitely not easy to do.
No, well weighted, didn't get away on the run forward. We've got our 6th goal of the evening. The press is strong here from Cashmere Technical. But Selwyn doing well so far. Plenty of support there. Just got to continue to try to find that step up in pace and getting that ball moved just a bit earlier. And that's probably the big, what you're always going to find when teams from different leagues are playing each other.
Yeah, that tempo, and I think, like we say, is that ability to be able to switch it from that and go up levels when they want to, sort of thing, is what seems to be the difference between the two sides at the moment.
That's Michaela Hunt returning, getting position. She might get her head up here and have one from range. No, she's comfortable getting it under, and it's Heyman who might look back at the footage there and think she could have maybe taken a touch, but she went for it for the first time. Well, why not? I suppose in a fixture like this, she's given her an opportunity where she probably might not. It's her first start for the Cashmere Technical first team. She's had a few appearances off the bench apparently, so this is the kind of cup football gives the coach an opportunity to try younger players out, and she's definitely shown that she's got what it takes. It's Fisher, top of the deep, passes into Mortlock. Another tidy sprint, pivot, change direction. It's a piercing ball through, but the defence from Selwyn was up for it. Evans met by her opposite. There's a good battle going on out here on the right back, left wing. I think it might be Georgia Hemsley, mid Canterbury last year, come from Sunday League. And Selwyn opting for a square ball across the front, and not many coaches would like to see that happen. And it's well done by the keeper, Reta. The shot in there from Christchurch technical player, took a deflection, enabled her to get out. Given away here by Cashmere Technical, but they're unable to successfully set Roydhouse forward. She's all ever present, trying to making some good forward runs, but that's Selwyn United side unable to find it. Mortlock back into Stewart switching the play into Evans. Hertshaw. So we've got a substitution here. Unfortunately, no fourth official for us tonight, Ben. Just have to guess.
Yeah, no, it makes it difficult. Although we've been guessing the numbers all night for Selwyn, so nothing new.
Looks like it's Cashmere Technical making a couple of subs. Number 3 coming on, Lara Wall, Canterbury United Pride player. It's going to be a handful out here for the Selwyn United defence. She looks like she's coming in here onto the left-hand side, is she? Can't see who's... She might have gone... Oh, number 27, Cara Nell, has made her way off. And it's Wall, straight on the ball, the ball into the 6-yard box. And Wall on the ball again. Great ball through. It's found its way to the far post, and it's Alexander there, but who's able to retain position, but with the ball back into Hunt. Hunt looks up. Opts for a short ball return in there from number 10, Nicola Dominikovic, who's come on. Another Canterbury United Pride player. Sport for choice there, Coach Verma.
Yeah, I think as a defender, after you've played 60-odd minutes against some very good young players from Cashmere Tech, it's probably a bit frustrating to see players such as Nicola Dominkovic come on, but such is the quality that Shane Verma has at his disposal.
Yes, both players at Lara Wall and Nicola Dominikovic both having the weapon of pace on their side. They cause all sorts of trouble at National League level, and are bound to cause a lot of trouble tonight. It's Selwyn United making a change. We think it's Maggie McLean going off in number 12. And we won't see the number. It looks like a midfield change. It's Wall. Unfortunately giving the ball away. Ball's into Roydhouse. Roydhouse back into our new player. That, I think, is Lucia Elliott, who's come on there wearing shirt 9. And Lee Bowie putting her shot wide there. Lucia Elliott coming on. I recognise that face from Lincoln High School. Come up and played junior football through the grades at at Selwyn. Obviously a quickly emerging club in the Canterbury region, but the Selwyn area has exploded as far as population goes, and so have their numbers. I think they've got over 1,000 members now playing football out in the what would be called a rugby heartland.
Yeah, I think you might be right with those sort of numbers, but you look at the facilities they have.
And here we go, searching through ball here, but Reta taking up good position there to be able to tidy up after Dyer put all sorts of pressure on that defence. No, it's great to see on behalf of football the numbers growing out there.
Yeah, I think you look at the facilities they have as well with that new turf we were talking about.
Yep.
No reason not to play well if you're out there.
You know, and it's been going on for some time. As I said, a few of these girls started playing as kids in the First Kicks Fun Football area, and have, Ross and born and bred, and it's great to see them come through all the way through into women's first team football, isn't it?
Yeah, and get an opportunity to play a quality side like Cashmere Technical. It's always...
There's a couple of players out there just knocking on the door of 50 club caps as well. We've got Emily Andrew and Liz Broughton in the Selwyn lineup that are, it just goes to show how many the effort that goes into building their women's and girls game out there. Great to see. And it's King propelling ball forward, trying to get Roydhouse, another player who's been playing since she was a young kid. Lily Fisher nicely played in there, getting the ball forward. Head's gone up, through ball for Wall. You'd back her to, there's a good foot race in here, but Wall is the quickest at the moment, but her touch has let her down. And we'll restart from a goal kick. And Cashmere Technical are no slouch on producing some young footballers. Plenty of good young junior teams playing in through the junior, all female grades. I think they've even got their own First Kicks and Fun Football, girls only sort of set up out there as well, which is great to see.
Yeah, I believe they run that at Centennial Park, if I'm correct in that. But yeah, just awesome to see. And you saw some of the...
King getting himself inside the 18-yard box, but this Fisher just tidies up for her side. Yeah, well, it's going to be a great year for next year for women's football, isn't it? With the World Cup being here, it's going to be a real eye-opener for a lot of young athletes, and seeing the powerhouses from around the world coming to New Zealand and Australia. It's going to be something to look forward to.
Yeah, and there'll be some local talent on display, which is awesome to see as well, and hopefully they can get up for that and get a few wins, and I'm sure they'll get a massive crowd behind them. Yes,
it'll be might be worth a road trip down to Dunedin or up to Wellington maybe. Unfortunately, we won't see any here at English Park. Doesn't meet the FIFA criteria just yet. And we've got another substitution for Selwyn United, who's making the, looks like another centre midfield change. Sidekick coaching staff there from Selwyn, making sure everyone gets a good run out.
I think fresh legs will help them at the moment as well, especially with that pace coming on from Cashmere Tech with Lara Wall and Nikola Dominkovic. I think the Selwyn players that are on the pitch will be praising that substitution with the fresh legs, and hopefully she can help them out.
And here comes Dyer, unable to... Player who played her football at Ferrymead Bays last year, but they were unable to get a Mainland Premier League side together this year. They've had to drop down a grade, and Dyer's made her way around the Port Hills and found a place to play here at Cashmere Technical. And it's Hunt working hard in there, and she's been able to... What have we got here? Well, Brenda's been there. Decided she saw something in there she didn't want to see. So we've got a free kick to Selwyn, and I don't know what they might do here. This is a good sort of range for some sort of direct play maybe, but They haven't put any numbers forward at the moment, Selwyn. See what they do with it. Yeah, they've put it in the box, but no real intent shown from the supporting play. And Dyer's got her head up. What can she find? The ball's luckily moved its way out. And Dominikovic has got on the ball, but a good foot in from the Selwyn United defenders. But Hunts restarts the attack from the right-hand side. Pleased to see the Cashmere technical girls are being patient with the ball, not trying to force the issue. There's a good ball in.
Yeah, I think one thing Cashmere Technical has been very good at today is sort of being calm on the ball around the back, and then once they go forward at pace and real quick. And like you say, that step up in pace, it seems to have caught out Selwyn a few times, and really where their goals have come from, I think.
Certainly has. Here's Dominikovic running at the defence and trying to slide the ball through, but the run's not there. Either Dyer looking to get on the end of that one, but those... Not a great ball if you're trying to. You have to be very well measured if you're going to go straight. Fisher cleverly just stepping in there. She's got some forward movement going on where the runs, they're not there. But Mortlock's on the ball. No, it's in great ball. Finding some width out here with Wall. Gets on the left foot, cuts back on the right. Great ball into the far post. Is anybody there? Eludes everybody by the looks of it, according to the linesman, and we'll have a goal kick. Well, last year we had Coastal Spirit winning this Reta Fitzpatrick Cup. They won the final 2-0 over Cashmere Technical. Neither of these sides had to play in the first round. They both had byes, but to get themselves into this quarter-final. Last year, it was Ferrymead Bays who got the better of Selwyn 7-0 in the round one. So this is the furthest they've been in a couple of years in the Reta.
Yeah, and I think they can take confidence from that, and going into their game against UC on the weekend, I'm sure they'll be taking a lot of confidence from getting this far in the cup. And unfortunately, it's looking like it might not go their way tonight. But yeah, I think Cashmere's a very quality side, and they've got a sort of. And
here they've got they've been asked some questions again, but look at those numbers back from Selwyn. They're not giving up. They're sticking with this task at hand. Had 4 back there, given the cover. As they try to put the cover well back by Wall. She's gonna have plenty of run in her. Nice ball forward. And we sort of some clever dribbling there. And drawing the corner. Who we see on the ball here, it's Mortlock. She's obviously well practiced at taking these corners. We've got one hand up. The ball's going to go right into that 6-yard box, and it's a good one, but is anyone there? Oh my goodness. Off the crossbar. Well met by, I think it was Hunt. Climbed up over everybody. Couldn't just get over the ball enough to put it in the back of the old onion bag. I've been wanting to use that phrase for ages. It's Mortlock. Pivots, putting the ball goalward. Well, the attack resurrected well there from Dominikovic. Well, our next game It'll be next week. We're back here again with Ferrymead Bays versus UC. So again, we've got a CWCL team in Ferrymead Bays coming against University of Canterbury side, who are in the Women's Premier League. So tune in next week, 7:30. We'll be here at English Park for that one. Clever play there by Fisher to get the throw. UC just sitting at the foot of the table at the moment of the Women's Premier League. So the cup football will be more than interesting for them to see themselves get some form in. It's a great little 1-2 that's released Dominikovic onto her left foot. She's going to use it. She squared it back in to Dyer, who can't get any purchase as she falls back. But a great run in there from Dominikovic, asking all sorts of questions that were unanswered by the retreating Selwyn defence. And Dyer will be disappointed with herself. She could have got herself back on the score sheet. As the ball struggles to settle in the middle there. Mortlock again, drawing the foul after some great play. There might be a card reached for here from Bremner. No, just a firm talking to. Well, some of these players in the Coastal Spirit side will be looking for pride jumpers for the upcoming National League, I'd suggest.
Yeah, I think definitely that'll be the goal for a lot of players, and I think nights like tonight where the game's live stream is definitely a massive opportunity for them to sort of put their hand up and show the coaches what they're about. Absolutely,
and the ball goes in. It's well. Oh, surely is well defended from the retreating Selwyn defence. Initially, they missed the chance to track the players back, and it seemed to be the ball had fallen well for Cashmere Technical. We might have seen another goal on the scoreline, but well done there from Selwyn United defence to clear the ball as it bounced around in that 6-yard box. Oh, it's a great ball into the heads, is it? Where's that ball gone? There. I think the keeper might have got a bit of that for it. We're going to need some better vision on that one, but very fortunate there for the Selwyn United defence to keep the ball out of the net.
I think there's been some very good scrambling defence from Selwyn, really just not giving up when they could have, and a couple of chances there that a lot of the time some defences might have just sort of given up and let the striker have it, but they've really fought well and
I'll definitely take some pride in that. I'm sure that's nothing more than what their coaching staff would have asked of them. Fisher into Mortlock. Out here to Hartshaw, tries to get the ball forward to Dominikovic. Unable to do so. Mortlock able to pivot again and make some forward run. Looks like she might have not sure who that ball was intended for, but it didn't. So it's made its way into it's gone out. And here come Cashmere Technical again, trying to create something to extend the score line. Not sure when the here we go with Cashmere Technical. Great ball in. Wall can't handle it. She's in a shared load of room. And Fisher will get things restarted with Hunt. Stewart. Out to Hartshaw. Hartshaw into Heyman, good little run through. Gets past one, gets past two, unable to deliver. And it's Stewart. Tidies things up in the midfield. Good change of direction out to Hunt. Nice little forward run. But well defended. Yeah, the Pride season, the National Women's League. Have we got a starting date for that? We might have to have a wee look up. But the Pride, I know Alana Gunn will be starting to put the pieces together and getting another run at that Women's National League with the Pride.
Yeah, I'm sure I should know the date, but I don't know it. Sorry.
Well, sometimes these things are hard to track down off New Zealand football as they try to resurrect a full season in the National League. Unfortunately, last year we had to resort to a Southern League series, didn't we? Which Southern United did well in. Managed to take the competition there. It was played between Capital, Southern, Pride and Central.
Yeah, I think it was a good way to sort of end the season. But I think obviously teams will be wanting to play the big National League with all the teams just so they can, I guess.
Yeah, with those four missing Northern or Auckland sides were missing from the competition. Really did, wasn't ideal, but at least something we can look forward to today for this year.
Yep, and we just received word from competitions manager Josh McGurr that the Women's National League is starting in the middle of September. So there you go, something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's not going to be far away. It'll come around pretty quickly. So good opportunity. And there's Lara Wall, who will be someone who will be looking to star in that Pride team. Trying to get some more goals on the score sheet here for Cashmere Technical. It's probably just got a wee bit untidy here over the last sort of 10 minutes. Neither side really stringing a lot of passes together.
Yeah, I think Cash Tech will be trying to not let the game fizzle out near the end and really try to stamp some authority on the game and finish with a bang. But Selwyn's to their credit are doing very well at keeping them out
and
at the moment.
Dominikovic, his path towards goal stopped very well there by the defence of Selwyn United. Stewart getting the ball out to Hunt. Hunt will look to compose. Sends a good ball into Heyman. Unable to effect a turn there. It's given straight back into Hunt. Piercing through ball to Dyer. Dyer's surely going to cut this back. Oh, it's gone right across the face of goal. I think that was Dominikovic sprawling for it. Unable to get on the end of it. Great run through on the end of the Michaela Hunt ball was Jess Dyer. And the chance to increase the total is not taken by the Cashmere Technical side.
Yeah, great play to build up and from the back from Michaela Hunt into Jess Dyer, and she's done very well to drive all the way to the byline and put a fantastic ball through, but unfortunately they just couldn't get the finishing touch on it.
Opportunity to give the keeper a wee touch there as they move the ball out through the back. Fisher out to Hartshaw. Hartshaw just puts the ball into Wall. Wall's able to turn, looks for a long ball forward, and if it gets over there, it could be very dangerous. But keeper Reta is able to stamp her authority on it. She's done well covering the whole box today, which has been able to limit the amount of opportunity that going the Cashmere Technical way. Well, here's a wee opportunity, but the cover defence from Hunters ever present. Mortlock Through ball into Dominikovic. It's found its way out here. A good defending. Well done, Selwyn United there, being able to squash a very promising attacking move. Dominikovic putting the ball through. Unfortunately there for Rosie Heyman, and she just couldn't get the ball to fall for her to get a bit of a stride on. It was well played in there from Dominikovic to lay it off. And there's Selwyn United under pressure again. They just can't find an easy way to play it out. And they'll have another corner to defend. And they need to defend these strong, because out comes Fisher and Hunt from the back. How they didn't score from the last one, we're not sure. Is it Mortlock out there? Take it, yes. Hands on head this time. What do you think that one means, Ben?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say front post is my guess. And I would be wrong.
Well, it might have been the idea, but it didn't come off. Stewart finds the ball at the top of the area wall. Drew having a go from range. And unfortunately, unable to find the... keep it under the crossbar. But worth a shot there from Lara Wall. So Selwyn have... these are the areas where I think, they're playing out from the goal kick. Rather than just launching it forward where they've been, they're second best to it in there. They should be looking to try to play it out. I suppose it's the... might have run out of ideas a wee bit. Shot on target, and it's made its way in there. And I think that's Mortlock, who has been congratulated by her teammates. Probably not a strongest shot of all the night, but it was accurate enough to find its way into that far post. Well, we've got 5 minutes remaining in this one, and it will be damage limitation adopted here from Selwyn United, you'd think. There's a few instructions going around. Just trying to tighten things up. We've got to remain positive right the way through the 90 minutes. And it's Wall who's put pressure on and created a turnover, and she takes off down this left-hand side. And if she can unleash a good cross, it's going to be dangerous, and it is in, but well defended so far from Selwyn United. Stewart, back into Fisher. Fisher looks forward. She's able to deliver it out there to the right-hand side. A darting run. It goes into Dominikovic, who's put it out to Dyer. Dyer looking to get the ball across and forcing a corner. No. Well, we've got the linesman and referee just disagreeing at the moment. Looked like a corner for me, but no. The linesman's won that argument. Oh, and here's a ball forward. She's been able to stay in her own half, Roadhouse. She has. The cover defence is there, but she's battling away, and it, unfortunately for her, closed down by two strong players, Fisher and Hunt. And here comes a bit of speed injected in from Mortlock. Mortlock's trying to fry the ball through to Dyer. Selwyn only able to clear it as far as Stewart. Back into Fisher. Fisher, as we sit down, gets back up, starts playing again. Some of the trick moves that these kids put into the game these days, it's quite outstanding, isn't it? Great ball in, Dyer with a volley, goalward, and what a save. Wow. Megan Reta really had to be at her best there It's a great first-time volley in from Dyer. Looked to be creeping inside the upright. And we'll get the corner that the referee thought we should have had before. Oh, it's Dominikovic. Oh, it's driven in. Dominikovic trying to get ahead on the initial one. It was spilt out to the top of the 18-yard line. I think it was Mortlock who was able to... No, it might have been Lara Wall maybe who got a good piece of that one but unable to get it on target.
Yeah, great effort there from Lara Wall, but good ball in. I think just a bit of communication was what was needed there from the Cash Tech team in the middle. They almost were battling against each other.
They certainly were. You'd like to think the player moving forward might have shouted loud enough to have a go at that one. And Selwyn released the pressure a bit. But as we've seen many times tonight, the ball ends up at the feet of Captain Michaela Hunt for Cashmere Technical, and she's able to restart an attack. Comes undone though, and Selwyn United are going to try to create something in these last few moments of this Morrison Mitsubishi Reta Fitzpatrick quarterfinal. And a searching ball forward, unable to be under controlled. Searching ball forward to stop by Hunt into Mortlock. And there'll be no extra time in this one. And that's all she wrote for tonight. We saw the 7 goals for Cashmere Technical over Selwyn United, who were unable to get on the scorecard. Well, it was a one-sided game in the end. Selwyn played a pretty defensive game, trying to get themselves in the game, but probably chose the gulf between their competitions.
Yeah, I think Selwyn can be pleased with the effort, though. I think like even then at the last minute of the game, they're still trying to push forward and trying to get something from the game, which is very good to see, because I guess a lot of teams could have just folded at the end. But
I think the coaching staff from Selwyn United, we're more than happy with the effort put in by all the players they used out there. As will Shane Verma from the Cashmere Technical lineup. I think that's probably a scoreline they're going to be pretty happy with. They weren't able to add as many goals as they got in the first half, but played within themselves, I would have thought. Got the minutes out there for a few young players, so a bit of a tick of accomplishment there for the coaching staff. And we'll wait and see how they go in the weekend.
Yeah, I think Shane will be very happy with how things have gone. I think job done in terms of getting through the next round of the Cup, which they'll be happy with. And now they look to Saturday, look to build on that, and look to try and get a massive result there on Saturday, and sort of lead them towards what they'll be hoping for, is to win the premiership if they can.
Absolutely. So tune in next week. We'll be back here at English Park with the game, another Reta Fitzpatrick quarter-final, with Pyramid Bays taking on University of Canterbury. So great to bring you the game today, and I hope you enjoyed it.